The purpose of this whole thing that I'm doing is really to just educate as much as possible, okay? So like I've really been into like nutrition for a long period of time, and just to give it to you short, you know, this video is going to be all about phytic acid, the reason why we should have it, the reason why we shouldn't have it, how to decrease it, what does it do on the body, etc., etc., okay? Just to double back, because this right here is all education, okay? This right here is going to be a really in-depth video as far as like how, you know, you can really maximize as an alkaline vegan and really get the most nutrition from the foods that you are consuming, as well as just to be able to maximize health-wise. Like we all want to be the healthiest and vibrate as high as possible so that we can, you know, bring things into our reality a whole lot easier and just be a whole natural human being without any disease and nothing holding us down, okay? So on the screen somewhere, there will be like screenshots from this case study that I just checked out. So phytic acid, right? Along my alkaline journey, I really was like eating a whole lot of nuts, beans, you feel me? Rice, brown rice, even though it wasn't even alkaline, but this is in the very beginning of my alkaline journey, right? The wild rice, even wild rice, quinoa, all grains, nuts, legumes, all of that contains phytic acid, period. Doesn't matter if it's alkaline or not alkaline. It contains phytic acid, okay? Now, what is phytic acid? Because this is like, you're probably thinking like, damn, okay, Jeremiah's got an acid. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, what you mean? Talk to me. So phytic acid is a substance, right, that prevents the minerals from within your body to be absorbed. So you can eat all the iron that you want in a day, but if you have some phytic acid with that iron, that's going to decrease the potency of that iron, okay? And you don't want to decrease that. I don't know who would even want to decrease it, but just know you don't want to minimize on the iron. You want to maximize on that, because for us specifically, that's the spark plug of the body, okay? Now, phytic acid reduces mineral potency, right? By binding to the minerals, the metal ions, okay? So for example, your iron, your calcium, as well as your zinc, okay? And also, phytic acid actually has the ability to form complex proteins, fats, etc. Now, something else that we should know about phytic acid is that phytic acid, when it comes to eating nuts, grains, you feel me, legumes, all of that, it's not something necessarily that you can really get around, okay? Now, the reason being is because there's no real way where you can like completely take out the phytic acid, but that's just how nature made that, okay? So like, that's just what it is. And we don't even produce the enzyme necessary to break down phytic acid. This enzyme is actually called phytase, okay? Phytase specifically, we don't even produce, okay? So when we take in that phytic acid is not even digestible. Like, we don't do anything with it, okay? And then also, you know, the reason why people get them tummy aches is because not only the phytic acid is causing it, but also the tannins, that collectively is going to give you that tummy ache, okay? So when you eat like a bag of nuts and you've been like, damn, 15, 20 minutes later, damn, my stomach hurt, I'm feeling kind of big, but like I feel this sensation right here that's like a little alarming. That's because the phytic acid and the tannins is making you feel like that. And you can't even actually break down that stuff. So it's just sitting in your stomach. Another thing, phytic acid actually has some benefits, okay? So it's like a benefit and a non-benefit, okay? But phytic acid specifically can help with people who are in different physiological states. So for example, people who are, you know, diabetic or pre-diabetic or something like that, or want to watch out, right? Phytic acid actually lowers glucose levels, as well as it prevents insulin resistance. Okay, so when you have, you know, the nuts and stuff, it's kind of good for you depending on your physiological state. Okay, in addition to that, it's also a antioxidant. Okay, so this antioxidant is going to be good for you for, you know, removing free radicals from within your cells in the body. So it's got its pros and it's got its cons. Okay, pros are it's an antioxidant, and also it's an antioxidant that removes free radicals, as well as it's great for protecting insulin resistance. As well as the cons are it prevents mineral absorption. So that iron, that zinc, and that calcium, which are very, very essential for your overall health, it prevents that from being as strong. So not only does it decrease the potency of the minerals, but also it prevents the mineral absorption, as well as causes digestive problems, okay? And in addition to that, The way that we can get around this, right, is by doing 4 things. And these 4 things are sprouting, cooking, fermenting, and soaking. If you do these 4 things, you can decrease that phytic acid and therefore increase the amount of iron absorption, as well as, you know, the less effect of the phytic acid being affecting the body. We don't necessarily have to eat these nuts, these seeds, and these beans. We don't necessarily have to eat them, okay? Nature packaged it for a certain reason in that way, right? Untouched. It's not something that man did, because there's alkaline foods, right? So for example, the chickpeas, right? The hemp seeds, right? The walnuts. Those are very, very natural and electrical, right? That's how the creator made it, okay? Now, we are frugivores, and I believe that we are frugivores, and I'm gonna talk more about this in another video, but this is even more information about the reason why we are not carnivores, omnivores, herbivores, etc. We thrive mainly off of fruits, okay? We can have nuts here and there, some herbs and stuff like that, but mainly we thrive off of just fruit, okay? We don't even produce the enzymes necessary to break down things like, you know, uric acid that comes from animals. With that being said, thank y'all for watching this video. I appreciate y'all, and just know there's gonna be a whole lot more information being put on this channel, on this platform, wherever I'm gonna put this, because this is just what I love to do, man. I'm gonna, you know, as I get educated, I'm gonna just be passing the game to y'all, you know, so y'all can get educated, so we all can get educated, so we all can be able to thrive and maximize on this human experience, okay? We don't need to be living in a certain way of like stress or dis-ease or illness and stuff like that. We don't need to live like that. You know, we can really, really thrive, okay? So with that being said, thank y'all. I hope you have a good one, and stay tuned for the next video. Comment below, you know, comment below what you thought about this video, as well as any other videos that you want to see from me. I just know I'm going to be going in on a few topics, like a few topics as of right now that I know I'm going to be talking about is protein, frugivores, and many other things as well. But if y'all got any questions or anything like that, just comment it down below and we'll go from there, okay?